last night on SmackDown, I cashed in for the Universal Championship. I know this doesn't look blue, but this is what we have to work with. Yes, I am your new two-time Universal Heavyweight Champion. I got drafted to SmackDown because that's what Shane and Vince wanted, best for business. Because I was on Raw for 2 damn years and they decided to have a change. So we have my brother as the US champion, Kenneth still retaining the World Championship. Now I'm back as the champ, but this time on SmackDown. I am the only superstar to hold the red and the blue version of the Universal Championship. And the question is, will I'm gonna beat my own record for the Universal Championship last time? I bet that ass I will. Because this championship ain't going nowhere. Because I know what Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins did last time. He wasn't trying to cost me the championship like they did. Seth Rollins made Samoa Joe go over. But this is where Kenneth came in and took this championship away from him until Sami Zayn beat him. But we're going to talk about that. Anyone wants to step up, show up. Because next week on SmackDown, I'm defending this championship like I used to every week on Raw, how I used to defend it. But I will be on Raw this week as well, watching that World Championship on the line. Just remember, The Fiend ain't getting his title match yet, but a former champion will. Like I said, I want to defend this championship. I think Drake McIntyre. I seen you face Roman last night. The dude where you lost to. But yet, he lost as well. Because I cashed in my money in the bank and pinned the Tribal Chief. So Roman, do you want your rematch next week to prove why you're worthy for this championship? Or do you also want to keep your little tail behind your little legs and lose like you have done out of the wrestling community into different companies we went in? Just remember, I have your number. And rest of the locker room, you finally have a real world champion on SmackDown. Because I've been on SmackDown less than 24 hours. And I'm already your world champion. And yes, people say, oh, you lost on SmackDown, you lost on SmackDown. To Brandon Collins. Let me tell you, son. Let me take you back to WrestleMania 1, shall I? WrestleMania 1, it was Brandon Collins, the Universal Champion, versus me, the 24/7 Champion, last year at WrestleMania in the main event. And I beat him. And in a battle royal, I was up against 7 other tougher competitors for the all these matches, all former Intercontinental Champions, be mine. That was my first championship, the IC title. Every match was in the battle royal. We're all former champions. We had former world champions. We have former Universal champions running it. US, Intercontinental. And guess what? I might have lost the Intercontinental alright to Brandon Collins, but I had the briefcase. I cashed it on Roman. I cashed it on the right time, don't you think? I got a hell of a lot of doing to get the respect as his champion. So that's why I'm going to defend it every week to prove a point. I'm going to hold this championship up to WrestleMania. I ain't going to go in the Royal Rumble because I'll be having this championship. So, whoever wants to challenge the big dog, the real big dog, who's me, show up. Open challenge. Main event on SmackDown. I'll see you next week.